Alright guys, after a very long wait, I have gotten in some new LEDs. Hopefully these won't blow up like the ones I had for it originally did. I did not get the regular bluish white LEDs. I went with a warm white, which I think you guys will like a lot better. It's a little bit more yellow. Here, I'll click the light off so we can actually see what we're doing. So it actually looks kind of like, you know, like a sealed beam headlight would, just kind of off yellow, incandescent looking. I still can't decide whether or not I want to run 2 headlights or 4. Originally I only did 2. I did the outer 2 headlights, just these guys, and I kind of liked that. It was kind of sinister looking, but gosh, I may just try running the 4, and if I don't like it, just clip the wires. So, I've got the hot glue gun over here heating up. I've got 4 LEDs ready to go in. I am going to be putting these in my C14 as well, because I don't like the bright blue lights it has. Plus, now that it's been upgraded to 7.2 volt, it's blowing up the headlights as well, just not nearly as often. So, next video I'm going to be taking the grill off, unplugging them, tossing them, and we're going to redo that. Now I did notice that these are made very well. They also have a resistor already inside the shrink tubing, which should help prevent any future failures, like somebody texting me when I'm trying to film. Alright, now what it is I'm wanting to do is I need to keep the wires out of the way of the wheel, because they are kind of spaced out, and when it turns the wheel kicks forward and back kind of far, so I don't want it to hit the headlight wires. I also need to make sure that the bulb is facing straight, because the way the holes are formed in this, you can kind of put it in any direction you want, and I don't want the headlights aimed every dang direction. I want them to all be facing straight. There's 2 of them. That's actually really cool. Alright, I'll run 4 headlights. Gosh, that looks really cool. Alright. Alright, it convinced me. It wins again. And I hate to say it, but it's starting to get hot in Texas. And I don't like it. I mean, we had a couple weeks of cold weather, really. I mean, it was not enough. And now the hot weather is back. It is 80 degrees in the shop right now, and I am sweating. So I'm going to try my best to get this wired up quickly so I can open the garage door. Now this is the smallest shrink tubing they had at Atwood's. It looks like they're pretty much sold out of everything since there is no Radio Shack now. All of the hobbyists are forced to scramble to any local store and buy up everything. So thank you, Radio Shack, for your extremely selfish decision to disappear on us. May your wonderful company rest in peace. Already starting to get junk building up. Lovely. Alright, now for my favorite part of owning a butane soldering iron, this slot right here. I can just take it and close up my shrink tubing with it. I don't know how I ever did anything without this. This is the best tool I think I have ever been given. Best part about having all the hot glue blobbed up all over the wires is whenever I shrink this tubing, it's also going to melt the hot glue in there and glue the tubing in place so it won't slide down in the future. So I guess there's silver lining to everything, I guess. Now all I need to do is I need to hot glue the wires down to the bottom side of the hood where they're not going to be in the way of the wheels, and we can put the body on. And now finally the moment we have all been waiting for. The time where you get to watch me try to put this cable, or this plug, back in the slot back behind here, which is probably going to be a royal pain in the butt. So here we go. Wish me luck. Well, maybe, maybe not. Hey, it went in. Now let's just hope it's actually getting power. Okay, pull my brand new antenna wire through. Line up the forward body mounts. The rears just fall into place. And now we can start screwing the body back together. Okay. Now for my makeshift battery door. Unfortunately, this is how things had to be done, since a suitable replacement battery, the clip type, could not be found. I couldn't find one. I had somebody message me and say they had one, and when I tried to buy it from them, they disappeared, so that's just how things go on the internet. Move some of the tools out of the way, because we should be able to get some kind of life out of it. Hey! Check that out. That's so cool. I need to put the antenna on. Don't get any bright ideas. Now we can get a good shot of the hydraulics working. Alright, rear hydraulics. Front hydraulics, steering. Oh, it is ready to take it out for a spin. Well, as luck would have it, on my way out the door to try to film the test drive, part of the car broke. Like I said, this thing is very fragile. It's pretty much made out of, recycled Chinese eggshells, or as my buddy Eric would call it, it's made of Chinesium. So, waiting for the JB weld to completely set, what had happened was the mount, or the pivot point for the rear end, snapped under the weight of the car. It's really not that heavy, but this is very fragile plastic. So that needed to be addressed. But while waiting for morning to come to film the end of this video, which I will stick at the end, I figured I have not yet put the casket back in the car, and I've given a little bit of thought, and since this was a project between me and my dad, and it's probably, I'm going to say it's probably one of two projects that we've really ever had together before he died. I wanted to put something in the coffin. and it's in this bag. And what this bag is everything he had on him when he died. I have his watch, which he never took this thing off, unless he was sleeping. So I have the watch, and I have this rather worn out bag, which he carried with him everywhere at all times for pretty much my whole life. And I always asked him what it was, and he said it was his juju bag, his good luck bag. And after he died, I went to collect his things, and when I opened this bag, I found a lucky rabbit's foot. And it's not just any lucky rabbit's foot, obviously. He has worn it down to the bone over the years. I actually gave him this when I was in elementary school. I got it at one of those little quarter things in Kroger, and I gave it to him, and he kept it all those years in his pocket. And that dude had probably the best luck of anybody. I mean, I don't care. I mean, if he goes to play bingo, he's winning. And if you buy scratch-off tickets, you can buy scratch-offs before him in line, after him in line, or he'll let you choose. You'll always lose, and he'll always win. And I'm guessing he believed this is why. So this was his good luck charm, which is kind of cool, because I gave him this, and I'm going to put it in the coffin. Seems like a good spot for it. And now we will load it into the hearse. Alright. Let's fix the curtain first. Alright.